All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. I have on the lift the Apollo DB2 70cc single-cylinder air-cooled 4-speed semi-automatic beginner kids quad. Training wheels are included in the box. When you purchase one of these, most customers don't ever use them, but they are included by Apollo. This is the 4-speed semi-automatic with the kick start. This also comes in the DB25, which is a 70 as well. That's electric start and fully automatic. So I have on a lift, and the reason why I have it on a lift is I do respond to my comments from my subscribers, my audience out there on my channel. Again, I've created a community, and I do respond, and some of you are asking, I just bought this bike, and what do I do? So this is for mainly you beginners that are just getting started or buying this for your kid, and you want some recommendations, and this is what it's all about. I'm going to throw you out my tips and my recommendations. Again, this is the DB21 by Apollo. It's a very beginner dirt bike. Very durable, great value for the money. You guys can check pricing on scooterattvsales.com. It has the front drum brakes over here. This is your adjuster, right here where my finger's at, and then you have rear drum as well. In the back here, let's take a look at the adjuster here as well. So yeah, truly a beginner, drum brakes, great bike, you guys. I mean, like I said, it's great value, very durable. Apollo, what they do is they model their manufacturing and their engineering, to Honda. So I mean, it's not a Honda, but they model it after that. So they definitely have a lot of integrity and want as much quality for the amount that you pay for it as close as possible, to get the highest quality based on what you're paying for. Great beginner bikes, great way to get started. This has the 24.5-inch seat height, you guys, depending where your kid's seat sits, where your kid is going to be riding on here for the rider. So from the ground up, about 24.5 to about 25 inches. So I'm going to point out a couple of areas. Once you purchase this, let's say you did your own setup or you bought it from your local dealer and you decide to do the basic service, it's not that hard. I always recommend teaching your kids how to do the basic service. It's like riding a bike, right? You got some bike ownership going on. You want to repair your own flat tires, put the chain back on. If the chain breaks, you repair the chain. These are the 10-inch wheels on there, on the front and the back. The tire pressure is located here on the sidewall. For some of you that don't know that, it's about approximately 30 psi on the front and the rear. This is your kick start right here on this side. This operates your rear brake over here. This operates your front brake. They do include that speed limiter here on the twist throttle as shown here. That's that speed limiter on there. So that's a nice feature to have. This is your spark plug over here. Again, when you purchase it, you put a couple or maybe 3 easy hours on it, do a full service. When I say a full service, change that spark plug, upgrade it to that NGK CR7HSA, change your oil. It takes just shy of a quarter oil. You twist this off, you guys. Really simple to do. And you take a look at it, and you see those hash marks over there, just to the top of the line. You just fill it to the top over there, re-dip it in. You don't have to screw it all the way back in. Wipe it down, of course, and put it back in. Put some good oil in there. Don't use cheap oil. Use some good high density, very good viscosity oil in there. It's part of the cooling process of these motors. Let's walk around to this other side here. Again, spark plug over here. And, of course, brake adjustment, I mentioned that. Now, check your pinch bowls. Now, as they break in, when you set them up or your dealer set them up, just like any vehicle has a break-in period, these are hard use, two-wheel dirt bikes. They're off-road. They're bouncing around. So initially, things do get softened up here. So you want to go through it after, 1, 2, 3 hours use, easy use, but let it break in. That piston has to seat, you guys. Check your pinch bolts. These are right here, the pinch bolts. This has only a couple of them. Check that. And here's one here on the other side. Check your handlebar mounts over here on the top. Make sure that these are nice and secure. Check your front axle here as well. Make sure everything's nice and snug and tight as it should be. This is your carburetor. Now, some of you, if you're riding in really dusty conditions, I don't recommend this air filter right here. I recommend upgrading it. There's a lot of different upgrades. You guys can check that out air filter wise. I think this one takes the 1 1/2 or 1 1/4 fitting right here. And you can remove, you don't need to have this on, you guys. This is for EPA. A lot of this is for California use. So most of you don't live in California, of course, but for Apollo to sell this in California, they have to get all this extra stuff over here. That's what this is all about here. Now, again, you don't need this if you're in a state that doesn't require heavy emission controls. Just put an upgraded like uni filter K&N on here. Really nice to have up here. Keeps all that junk out of your carburetor so you don't plug up your jets. This is your choke right here, choke lever. Again, it's like, let's see, up to the top is on. Bringing it one more notch is in about the middle, and then all the way down is off. So always remember, you know, for cold starts, you haven't started it for a while, this thing is up, right? You kick start it, you listen in, it finally catches. It's reaching a steady idle. Start, you know, bringing this down here, and then make sure you turn it off. Allow it to warm up for a few minutes, and then you're good to go. Just ride it normally. Of course, these have weight capacities, you guys. So no large, you know, no big adults on it. You know, it's very tempting, I know, for some of you adults out there to ride these. But you know, it has a weight capacity, and what do you probably think it is? Probably no more than 100 pounds, right? Or just shy over that. So keep that in mind. Over here, you guys, of course, this is your throttle cable right here where my hand's at. This is your fuel filter here. Change this out too. Put a better upgraded fuel filter on it. You can always use 91 gasoline. We use 91. It's just the best. You know, the higher octane just sparks the best. And, you know, you're good to go. You got your shock over here, you guys. So it has a little adjuster, dampener over here, so you can adjust it slightly. Right over here where my finger's at. Make sure, you know, your tailpipe here, your exhaust muffler, flanges are all tight. Just go through it. You know, just do a basic inspection. You know, you purchase it brand new, and after like an easy hour, 2 hour, don't ride it hard, and just break it in, change out oil, spark plug, check nuts and bolts, and then you're good to go, and just use it normally. These are great buys, great value, great way to get your kids started. You're not upside down on any sort of large payment. So, fantastic bike here. I really highly recommend the Apollo. They're definitely a value level. Very good, very durable for the money, you guys. Adjust your chain. And adjustments are, you know, you're going to be loosening your axle nuts over here on both sides. Let's check out the other side over here. Right here, this is your adjuster right here. This right over here, so it allows you to slide the axle forward or back, depending on how you want to tighten it, what type of tightening it does need or loosening. And just give it a good run down, give it a good all around, and you're good to go. Again, this is a great beginner's bike, you guys, and it'll last you just as long as you take care of it, you use it for its intended purpose. You'll have many years of use of it. They're great buys. Some of you like upgrading your carburetor. It's not necessary. Just use some good gas, good air filter on it, and you should be pretty much good to go, you guys. You can watch my video we've done in the past on how to install those training wheels. Super simple to do, you guys. Adjusting, removing these nuts over here, loosening this over here, dropping down this little underbelly shield, and you can install those training wheels. Watch that video if you guys need to install that training wheels, but most of my customers, they do not use training wheels. They're just included by Apollo, so it's a great buy, you guys. Hope all is well. If you guys have any more comments, again, I have created this community, so I try to respond to everybody as soon as possible. So like, comment, and subscribe. And again, this is the Apollo DB2 70cc 4-speed semi-automatic beginner kids dirt bike. Hope all is well, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.